Hi guys, it's your Island Girl and I'm back with another reaction video for you today. And today I am reacting to 16 things you should not do in Germany. All right, so 16 things not to do in Germany. And I'm getting this from Dina and Spill channel. The link will be in the description below. So go over and show them some love. So let's get into this video. So come on in, right back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming back. So all my regular schmeglers, day one, sweetie pie, sweetie poos, come on in, right back. Put a smile on your face and enjoy this reaction with the Island Girl. All right, without further ado, let's get into this video because I want to know what 16 things I should not do when I get to Germany. Here we go now.
What's up, everybody? We are Diana and Phil. Diana is from the United States and I am from Germany.
Okay.
In this video, we're going over 16 things that you should not do in Germany.
Okay.
All right, so some of these things are a little more serious and some of them are going to be pretty funny, so let's just get right into it.
All right, number one, you should never recycle wrong or throw away your Pfand.
Pfand!
So Germany is a pretty green country and people tend to take their recycling pretty serious. So if you're here, you should not just throw everything in one bucket, but separate it between plastic, metal, paper, rest, and all that good stuff. I don't even know how many there are.
So Pfand is a deposit where you pay a little extra on bottles or cans, and you'll usually return them at a little machine in the supermarkets where you get a voucher and your money back.
Ooh, that's cool. So never never recycle your phone. That for fun. I hope I said that correctly. So that means don't recycle your bottles because you can go to your supermarket and you can push it in and you get paid to do that and you get some money to go shopping again. That's pretty cool. Recycling here, it's on another level. You have the recycling bin for paper, but apart from that, I don't see any other recycle. Everything else go in the other bin, from metal to bottles to everything you can think of. So that is pretty cool.
Doing a good thing. So never throw away your fun bottle. Pfand.
Fun. Okay.
Number two, you should never drive on the left or the middle lane of the Autobahn. There's actually a law in place that requires you to drive on the right lane on the Autobahn at all times unless you're overtaking somebody. So if you're not planning to go super fast and overtake a lot of people, you're required to drive on the right lane. So don't drive in the middle or the left lane slowly and block traffic because people will get aggressive.
And honk.
Same thing here. I think that's common etiquette, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes. Because guess what? A lot of people tend to do that here, and it's ridiculous. If you're not going fast, stick to the lane you're supposed to so people can overtake and go where they're going. And I think there's signs here, too, that says if you're not going fast, stay to the right unless you're overtaking or something to that effect. But there are different signs posted along the highway. But people here don't tend to follow that rule, and it can be annoying as they come. So yeah.
Number three, don't walk in the bicycle lanes. In Germany, there are a lot of different bicycle lanes in and out of the city, and especially in student towns, there'll be a lot of bikers. So don't walk in them. Walk in the pedestrian zones or a sidewalk. That's what they're for.
Number
on board with that. I think that is common sense. Why would you walk in the do not walk in the bicycle lane? Period. Well, our bicycle lanes here that we do have, they're this tiny little thing. And I wouldn't dare walk in that. Even if somebody think to walk in that would be silly of them because it's so small and the cars are passing you right there. There's not enough space for the bike the way they make these bicycle lanes so small in the States. I don't understand that. I myself wouldn't even ride in those bicycle lanes because I'll be afraid to get hit by a car. So yeah, use the sidewalk.
4, do not address strangers using their first name. It is kind of funny, but in Germany for the word you, if you address somebody, we have two versions. There is du and there is sie. And sie is a polite version. It also implies that sie you're on a last name basis. So that is the polite version to use. And if you meet somebody for the first time, or especially an elder person, you use the polite form. You do not use their first name. You are on a last name basis and use the Sie instead of the Du. And if you get to know a person very well and you're on a friend basis, on a first name basis, then it's fine to use the first name and the Du. Du Diana.
Du Diana.
Interesting. So here I realize a lot of people call people by their first name. That's to me is like, and it doesn't matter what age the person is. Even the young kids who say like, hi Xavier, and I'm like, oh, we ain't size. Put some respect on it. Say Miss or Mrs. I think that's more respectable. That's my opinion. My kids cannot go next door and say, hi Chelsea. No way, ain't happening. Miss Chelsea, Mr. So-and-so, or hi, Miss. Once a person is, to me, 18 and older, like in their 20s, young adult, my kids have to say, call them based on how old they are. Their age group, that's different. First name basis is fine, but the older the persons are they have to show respect. That's for me. Or if they don't know the first name, they call them by their hi Mr. or hi Mrs. Salmon, or you know what I mean? Like that's how it is supposed to be. So I don't see anything wrong with that. That's a good one.
Number 5, don't use public transportation without a ticket. A lot of the public transportation systems are controlled a lot, and there'll be men and women who just appear once the ride has started to check on everyone to see if they have a ticket.
Yeah, they're undercover. And the fines are usually kind of high or out of proportion with the ticket prices.
Yeah.
A number I always have in my mind is 60 euros, but nowadays it might be even more, like 80 or 100.
It's not worth it.
Wow.
Okay, number 6. And
I'm on board with that. One thing I realized with here, when I'm in New York, people just, when the bus door opens for people to get off and people are coming on, a lot of people tend to push through the back going in, so they're not paying to get on the bus. And I'm like, that is so messed up. It's not that expensive. Why not just pay to get on the doggone bus? The train, same thing. They slide through that thing, or they try to go through the gate when you're putting your stroller through, and they don't want to pay. So everybody rush through there to get. And I'm like, why not just swipe and pay? It's not that bad. You know what I mean? So I'm on board with you guys, with persons going through and checking them tickets to make sure that you pay.
And this is a little bit more of a serious one. You should never show the Nazi salute or joke about Nazis in Germany. Of course, because of the history in Germany, it's kind of a forbidden thing to do. And most of the Germans nowadays were kind of raised by this post-World War II anti-Nazi generation. If another person comes to the country and does anything Nazi-related, it's so out of our minds that it's so weird that the world still thinks that. So that's quite offensive, and you should never, ever do that. And by the way, the same thing also applies to sing the old version of the national anthem. And I think around the world, a couple of people still think that might be it. And it's the one with the Deutschland, Deutschland über alles. That is the Nazi anthem. You're not allowed to sing that anymore. The real one is Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit, blah, blah, blah. That's the newer national anthem, and that's the only one that's supposed to be sung in Germany.
Number 7.
I just learned something a while ago. I did not even know that you had your there was a difference in anthem. So you have a newer version that is supposed to be sung, and the old Nazi one is not supposed to. That I just learned. So I'm happy that I'm watching this. As for, I'm like, that would be so disrespectful, like he said, to do anything Nazi related. Come on. People want to forget that era. Nobody want to remember that stuff, because that was madness. That was just painful. So yeah, I'm on board with that as well. Let's continue.
7, don't gossip in English in public. Most Germans have a very decent grasp of English, and they'll probably understand you. I know it's very common when people go to other countries, they tend to gossip in another language. I've heard it spoken in different languages all the time, and it's a little uncomfortable and embarrassing when other people understand you.
Exactly.
So to avoid uncomfortable situations like that, gossip behind their back.
Stop gossiping, period, because you don't know who is who and what is what and what language they understand. If you, well, it's different if you have a native tongue and you know a lot of people exact where you at that necessary. Because when I go to talk to my family in Jamaica and I'm here, even if I don't have my phone on speaker, but even if I'm talking, and a lot of people don't even understand exactly what I'm saying if I'm talking to my relatives in Jamaica and here in Alaska, they're like, even my friends here, they'll be like, oh, what did you just say? And I had to slow down and explain to them exactly what I'm saying. And I think it's funny, but I get what they're saying. Yeah, it's not nice, especially when you're talking something bad about this person and you don't think that they know what you're saying. So don't do it, period. Don't hurt anybody's feelings. I get it. Yep.
8. You should never disrespect the German quiet hours.
What do you mean by quiet hour? Quiet hour? Okay, let me not overthink this. Let me see what they're
So
going.
every day, or rather every night, from 10 p.m. till 6 or 7 a.m. the next morning, in Germany, by law, there are quiet hours. So you're not supposed to play loud music, do construction or anything like that. Most of the country kind of abides by that rule, which means there's very little noise pollution during the night when you're trying to sleep or relax. And I think it's a kind of a nice thing. So if you do that, the Germans probably will call the police on you because they think they're in the right and they do that and the police knocks and turn it down. Never ever disrespect the quiet hours.
Are you guys serious? Seriously, from 6 to 7 a.m. in the morning, from 6 p.m. to around 7 a.m. in the morning, there's no loud noise that can be made? Wow, I'm glad I'm learning this because I'm like, sometimes people are in their houses and they're playing music and they're jamming, they relax. That's their form of relaxing. So it's interesting. Or then you have guests over and they're late and you're laughing and talking. They're a little bit loud, not over the top. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, the quiet hour. Or is it that the houses are very close and then the noise can be disturbed? You disturb you easily. Let me know if that's the reason why.
All right, so before we continue with the video, we want to take a quick moment to remind you guys, please go and like the video. It helps us out a lot. We're still a small channel.
Number 9, don't solely rely on credit card payments. In Germany, there's still a lot of things that are pretty cash-based, and sometimes your credit card will even be rejected from a stall, a bakery, or a vendor. So it's important to note and make sure you have cash on you. So number 10,
okay, make sure you have cash at all times because you just never know if you're going to run into somewhere that requires cash. Interesting. So, like here, you have your card. Majority of the time, you're good to go. You don't have to rely on walking around with money in your pocket. Okay, interesting.
don't expect small talk. If you're from the South and you're used to the good old Southern American small talk, that's not going to happen. And it's not trying to be rude. It's just a cultural difference. So don't expect to chat with a random stranger about the weather or something.
Number 11 is do not expect free water anywhere. So if you
Okay, so no small talk. So if I see and say, oh, the weather looks great today, ain't happening. I'm sorry, guys. That's not my accent. I'm just being quirky or whatever you call it. Trying to be funny here, but so no small talk. So if I see somebody, say I'm at the bus stop and I see someone, I can't say, hey, boy, it's a nice weather we're having today. Is that person not going to respond to me? I should just stand there and nothing? Is that what you mean? And don't expect water free. You can't get. So if I go into a restaurant and say, can I have some water to drink? I have to pay for it. I know I haven't listened to what he's saying, but I'm just asking. Because here you get water till you drop from anywhere. Free water. If you go through the McDonald's line and you finish ordering, you go, and yeah, 2 cups of water with ice. You walk off the road, walk into a restaurant, you're thirsty, you can say, could I please have a cup of water? Whether you're buying or not. So That's interesting. Let me hear what he has to
If you're
say.
used to the American way, you go to a restaurant and the waiter comes right away with a nice bucket of cold ass water and refills you for free all evening long. That is not a thing in Germany, and you should not expect that. I think it's quite of a dumb thing, but water in German restaurants is quite expensive and most of the times even bubbly.
Sprudelwasser.
So in some places you could actually ask for tap water and potentially get it for free, but a lot of places don't even do that, and if they do, it might be a little frowned upon. But in general, you should not expect free water everywhere.
Oh,
Number 12, do not enter a house with your shoes on. So all around Germany, it's pretty common to take off your shoes if you enter somebody else's house. Or at least you should ask if you should take your shoes off. And sometimes they say, no, you don't have to. But a lot of times people take their shoes off right at the entrance, leave them there, and then just walk around in your socks.
Leave your dirty shoes in the front.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious how many of the households do that. I would say the majority of the households in Germany do that thing and do not walk around with their shoes on. Maybe let us know in the comments below if you had to take your shoes off at your parents' house or how you do it at the moment.
So when it comes on to the shoes, take your shoes off and left it at the door. Don't you dare walk in my house and walk in with your shoes. Come on, people. You're outside. Listen, I'm for that every day, all day long. That I can say. Listen, I ain't playing with that one. Take your shoes off your foot. Do not walk. Listen, guys, I'll get mad for something like that. And it's about being aware of your environment. If you step into somebody's house, majority of the time, you're going to see that their shoes is all there at the front of the house. You understand me? Yeah, they have a foyer that you walk into. The shoes are always off. I don't understand why people think that they should walk into somebody's house with their shoes on. Are you serious? This is somebody's sacred space. They walk in. You have shoes coming up the stairs, going into their living room where you have kids. And I'm sorry, I'll go on and on with that one. Take your shoes off. 100%. I'm on board with that.
Number 13, don't give advance birthday wishes.
What?
Even if it's a day before someone's birthday and you will not see them on their birthday, do not wish them a happy birthday.
It's not their birthday yet.
I learned that after coming to Germany. You are not allowed to wish them a happy birthday until on their birthday or after their birthday.
Yeah, and I was surprised to learn in the US that a lot of people do that actually.
Some people will have a party a week in advance if that just works with their schedule.
So much bad luck. Number...
Okay, so it's a superstition for you guys because I was like, why not? So he just said it's so much bad luck. But yeah, here, a week in advance, a month in advance, the day before, after, yes. But your money sending or your gift coming a month in advance, it's so now I know you cannot do it there. I'm learning a lot through this video. Let's continue, baby.
14 is kind of a very serious one.
Okay.
You should never, ever expect to be dressed in a sauna on every beach. All right, this is kind of a funny one. We just wanted to throw that in there. In Germany, in a sauna, usually you are naked. You go in with a towel and then you take it off or whatever, but you are actually not allowed to wear any clothing. If you wear clothing in there, people can get the whatever security or supervisors and they'll throw you out or make you undress.
You must be naked.
Yeah, there are also parts of beaches in Germany that are especially for nakedness, nudity.
Beaches.
Yeah, nude beaches. We call it FKK, Freikörperkultur. And on these beaches, you have to be naked. It's not allowed to wear any clothes.
Like fully naked?
Yeah, fully naked.
Yeah, so I've yet to go to a nude beach or a nude sauna, but I'm open to it.
Oh, should I be concerned?
Why? It's going to be a whole bunch of older people. So number 15.
That's a funny one. Listen, and make sure that word register in my head, the FFK. That's what he said, don't it? That's what he said, don't it? That long word, I'm going to make sure that I study it. because I do not want to come to Germany and go in any sauna and somebody come and tell me, hey, that you gotta go baby style. You gotta go natural. I'm not here for it. Nude beach, on another hand, I think I'll try the new nude beach for some strange reason. Well, the sun, I'll try it. I gotta be my, I gotta take, boy, you gotta get in the headspace. I gotta be in my headspace on that one, but I think I'll try one. Yeah, for the fun of it, just to have the experience. Why not? La la la. But that's interesting that they can call somebody to tell us, they're listening. You either get out or take your clothes off. Okay. All right. I hear you. Let's move on.
15, don't abandon your shopping cart. I feel like in the US, sometimes there'll be shopping carts spread throughout the parking lot, and they'll just be like a shopping cart ghost town. In Germany, that is not the case. You need a coin to access a cart, and you also want your coin back. So you have to return the cart to get your coin back. And it's a good system. It's nice. And there's not abandoned shopping carts everywhere.
And our last point, point number 6.
I like that. I am on board with that. Because there's so many times, like she said here in the US, that you take a shopping cart and sometimes you walk away, so people walk away and leave it in the store with the grocery that they were packing. They just can't be bothered. They walk away and leave it and leave. Or they'll push it and take it to Timbuktu. You'll see a Walmart here and you'll find the cart in Midtown on the roadside. I'm like, how did that get over here? So I like the idea that you have to push a coin in, and if you don't want to lose that coin, you're going to definitely put it back in the space that it's supposed to be. That's a good idea. I think they should adapt something like that. Oh, lately I went into a supermarket last week and I realized the wheels are locking when they get too far out of the parking lot. I say, I know that's right. So, because they've lost so many carts and they have to keep purchasing them in order for people to keep getting carts to use. So, that's a better idea. You don't want to lose your money, put your cart back.
16 is in Germany, you should not jaywalk.
We ain't in New York City.
Yeah, but we're kind of in Berlin. So let's say you should not, but a lot of people still do it. Although I think the majority of the people kind of follow the rules and they do not jaywalk. You should always cross where the little traffic light is, and then only when the green mannequin, not the red one. And it's not that hardly persecuted, but you can actually get fined if you get caught in the act jaywalking. So the police sees you, gets you, and I don't know how much it is, 5, 10, 20 euros, something like that. So you should not jaywalk in Germany. All right, so those were our 16 things that you should not do if you go to Germany. Let us know in the comments below if you can think about any other things that you shouldn't do in Germany.
Love this video. Ain't going to lie on that. Love this video. So, jaywalking. I thought it was just an American thing because I did a video about the UK and they're like, what do you call jaywalking? We don't have such thing here. Now to hear a German said, no jaywalking, you can be fined for it. I was like, okay, it's not just the US. Okay, you can get in trouble. Oh, jaywalk, you can't jaywalk in Jamaica either, but people tend to do it on an everyday basis. Yeah, police is hardly on the road to catch you doing that. But I'm just saying, I'm surprised that in Germany, you cannot jaywalk. You will get charged, or you pay a fine for it. And you have to use wherever the crosswalk are for you to go across. And only when the man tell you to go. Now, that's pretty cool. All right. Now, I learned about the FFK, the one that you're not supposed to. You're not unless you're going nude. You can go there and that beach and the sauna. I learned about not throwing any narcissism sign. I learned about jaywalk, that you guys will charge for jaywalking. What are you doing over there? Come here. I learned about recycling your bottles. Hi, beautiful. I learned that your anthems have changed, so there's a specific one that you're supposed to sing. I learned a lot. So thank you guys so much for this one. Don't forget, like I said, go over and show them some love. The link will be in the description below. And if there's anything that you'd like me to check out, don't forget to put it in the comment section because it will be done. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the share. Say subscribe, please. They can't hear you. Say subscribe. You're silly, Raya. Love you guys. Be good. Be safe. Be kind. Love each other. Be kind. Yeah. And we will see you guys in another video. Bye.